3, 2, 1. Hello! It's been a long time since October.
October, November, December. Yeah, it's been like a good 3 months. What day is it? January 5th?
Yep. Yeah. And we're back, finally. Sorry for the break. School was stressful.
And COVID. And weather. We don't have cars. It's hard to meet up.
Yeah. But now we're together again. And today we're drinking Coke Zero, which Nevaeh doesn't like.
No. I never had Coke Zero, but I have had Diet Coke. Diet Coke is good. Coke Zero tastes exactly like regular Coke. So, I don't know. I like the taste of Diet Soda more.
She's weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, current events. Ooh, what's happened since October? I don't know.
A lot.
Biden won.
Yeah, Biden won. I forgot what we said about the presidency in the last podcast.
I don't remember. It was in October. It was before the election.
But yeah, Biden won.
There were leaks of Trump's phone calls, which were...
Yeah, you have to tell me about that.
Yeah, so obviously Nevaeh's heard of it, but she didn't hear the phone calls. So basically, if you don't know or follow politics, which you should, I recommend everyone should follow politics.
Yeah, well, I know that he's been people have been, the whole controversy with counting votes, miscounting votes, and he's paid millions of dollars for states to recount. Yeah, yes. And all of the millions of dollars are just going to waste because they're recounting votes and they're all accurate. So, but anyways, tell me what you're gonna say.
So he called the Georgian senator, I believe, and it was it's really interesting because he called him himself. Most you would think that that makes it personal, so that makes it a little more intimidating that the president of the United States called you, a senator from Georgia, with so basically demands. So it's really interesting because he basically called him and he was like, hey man, we think that you need to find me some votes because the election is fraudulent, and we think that the machines are messing up and all these excuses and whatnots. And obviously he said a lot dumber. I said it more intelligently because Trump is a dumbass. Anyway, so the senator was basically was like, we think our numbers are right. The whole time he was very insistent. He was like, yeah, the numbers are right. Sorry, man. And he's a Republican. And there was a really crazy part of the conversation where Trump basically was like, you're a Republican. You have a very important election coming up. I wouldn't want anything to happen with it, He was basically, as the YouTuber Vosh put it, he was basically acting like a mob boss. He was like, that whole thing that's oh, lovely family you got there. Be ashamed if something happened to it.
Yeah. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know how people get these clips, but he was talking at a rally and they were like, he said something about how because it's being, partly mail balloted. Mm-hmm. No. What was that? Okay, I'm going to sound very uneducated, but what was that woman that got voted? And she didn't know, the 5 amendments or whatever.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah, and then he was talking about her, I'm pretty sure. And he was like, and if we lose, we thank Amy Coney Barrett because... So, I don't know. I really don't know, but it was him, hinting about it. I know exactly what we're talking about.
Well, I think that he was expecting, he was basically, I think, expecting for... Oh,
6:15, sorry.
sorry if that gave you guys PTSD. It's when you wake up.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he expected, like, the lawsuits to go up to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, yes.
And they didn't, because every court that heard them was like, there's no evidence of fraud. Some of them didn't even hear it. But yeah, like, there's no way you're getting up to the Supreme Court where Amy Coney Barrett can say, yes, it was fraudulent and side with you, because you couldn't even get it up to that point.
Right.
Dumbass.
You tell him.
Yeah, Trump, if you're listening to this, roasted. Anyway.
Hush, you're gonna get me deported.
That'd be funny. I would film it so you guys could see Nevaeh getting deported.
No, it's okay.
So yeah, that was like the Trump leaks and stuff. Politics have been crazy lately.
But are we surprised?
No.
No. Anyways, Larry King, am I right?
Yes, Larry King.
Yeah,
he has COVID, and he's in the hospital, which is very sad.
I know. I haven't heard anyone talk about it, but me and Mason were talking about this the other day because, we both like Larry King, even though I don't really watch his show.
Me neither.
He's just a very nice old man.
Yeah, the clips I've seen of him, like, he's just this, like, old dude who's been on TV for a long time, and he's just, like, one of those cute old people,
Yes.
So he's, like, did you ever see the clip of him drinking Dan Aykroyd's
No, I haven't seen
vodka?
Any clips of him.
Really?
No.
Oh, my God, it's so funny, because he waits for Dan Aykroyd to try his own vodka before he drinks it.
Oh.
And he's, like, I don't know. He basically drinks it and he's like, oh, that's strong. Like, because he's like old. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He seems like a very nice, adorable old man. But
I hope he lives.
I know he's got COVID, but that'll be a good start to 2021 if Larry King passes.
A good start?
No, a bad start. I don't want that to happen.
Oh, okay. You were being. It was a joke. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, would you like to talk about some movies?
Oh yes. Okay. So Soul came out on Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus, and I watched Soul, and I finished season 2 of The Mandalorian.
Ooh, that was good.
Yes. But Soul, I'm not going to spoil it because I know you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't yet.
So, it definitely was not a kid's movie.
Really?
Yes, it's very existential. I was kind of, but it's not like a Family Guy. Like, you know how it's like an adult joke.
So kids will watch it.
But it's not appealing to children.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They probably just would like the animation, though. I don't think kids would really think about, like, the meaning behind anything. I know I didn't when I watched movies as a kid.
True, yeah.
Maybe I was just dumb. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not like Toy Story where it's like kids know
the
characters.
There was some deep shit in Toy Story. Don't do Toy Story like that. Tom Hanks.
Oh my god! Wow, I love Tom Hanks. I would literally.
You would die for Woody.
I would. Yes, he could. Tom Hanks can be like 85 years old. He'd be like, "Do you want to marry me?" And I drop everything. And be like, "Yes." Like, I love him. But, anyways, I was sitting there at the end of the movie. I was like, "God damn! Like, why does this make me question like my whole life?" Like, it is very existential. I cried. Animation's great. There's no question about the animation and music. It was definitely very different. I
like when Disney experiments, though.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite shit comes from their, like, I guess, like, experimental stuff. Like, Hercules, like, the style is so different.
Yeah.
And, like, even Treasure Planet, which didn't do well, but, like...
Oh, I still
we
like the
all know
characters.
it.
Yeah.
It's great, so we all know it's great.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that earlier today, and I was like, Treasure Planet! Like, I was just melting. It hits different when you have daddy issues.
Period.
Like Mandeville.
He put it into words. But yeah, beautiful movie. There were definitely some scenes where I was like, that looks so real. I'm not going to talk about it, but there's a scene with this woman's dress where she gets up and has glitter on it, and I'm like, that's real. Like, they literally put a camera and they just, like, animated their faces. But, oh my gosh, like, beautiful animation, great storyline. It was just really serious. And
Hashtag sponsored by Disney Plus.
I know. But there's one downside, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this. I'm sure you have too. There's, like, this problem with people with, what was it? Movies or any form of media where, like, people of color aren't black the whole movie.
Really?
Yeah. So, like, Princess and the Frog, you know, Tiana was a frog for, like, 85% of the movie.
Oh, that's true.
And then, what else was it?
It also appealed to, like, white people, too. Because
Yeah.
her best friend was a white girl, which...
Yeah.
And no one was directly racist to them.
Right.
In the, like, what? The 30s or the 40s?
Yeah, it was just weird because those characters aren't black the whole movie. And Soul, one of the main characters, is a black man. And he was a soul and then a different thing. I don't want to spoil it. A soul and a different thing for,
So
like,
human.
60, almost 70% of the movie.
That's so weird.
And then there was another movie that I fucking forgot where they aren't Brother Bear.
Yeah.
They're
where
people of color.
They
And
turned into bears.
yeah, for like a majority
that
of the
movie's
movie.
shit though. I've heard a lot of. I never watched it as a kid.
Yeah.
But I heard that movie's bad.
Yeah. Yes. And just overall, like, there even in like Netflix. This is going off topic a little bit from just the movie Disney or the movie Disney, the movie Soul. Yeah. Like in Netflix shows, like, if there's people of color, it's like the nice antagonists, like the main people, the love interests are always super light-skinned and they're never fully black.
Weird.
It's like...
I never noticed that.
Yeah. You know, I feel like I don't represent the black community visibly to have an opinion on it, but, like, it's so interesting because even in movies in the 80s, it was like you could totally tell.
Well, that makes sense because it was the 80s, but
Right.
you would think that it would change now.
Right. No, it still happens. People don't, point it out because, I didn't hear or think about that when watching, Princess and the Frog and everything. But once you think about it, it's like, that's so true, But then in all these other movies, like Tangled, all the regular Disney princess movies, those characters stay the characters the whole time. They don't change anything about themselves.
That's true.
I don't know. I thought that was so interesting, and Soul kind of got hate for that, but there were points, I think it evened out because there were points where he was human. No, not where he was human. Okay, it's confusing to explain without spoiling it, but they do show, the antagonist for the other half of the movie. It's just shown weird. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but other than that, I haven't really heard anything about it. I know there's just more examples of movies that I've forgotten. I know Coming to America, I forgot that actor, his name, Eddie Murphy, I think. Like, I was rewatching that movie recently. I know you haven't seen it, Mason, but it's, I don't know. It's a cast of color, and the main love interest of the antagonist is a very light-skinned black woman. But then the mean girl, I think she has a sister or whatever. She's like mean and just like the ugly. Like it reminds me of like the twins from Cinderella. How there's Cinderella and then there's like the bad version.
Yeah.
It's like there's a pretty girl who happens to be light skinned. She's super nice and she kind of helps and saves the antagonist. And then there's the ugly bad sister and she happens to be really dark skinned, like really fully black. And I'm just like, that's so shitty.
Yeah, I agree.
And I've heard in like actors when being casted, it's like described as like light skinned or like dark skinned. You know what I mean? Like
when they're looking for an actor to apply?
Yeah. And they say like, light-skinned woman, fairly curvy, and, you know, there's kind of, like, objectifying them, but obviously you have to be like that when you're casting people. But I don't
think you have to be that specific.
I know.
Well, like, it would make sense if it was, like, based on something like a book or a fairy tale or something that you already have, like, a visual for. But if it's, like, something that's, like, a Netflix original or something, and, like, the casting is, like, that specific,
Yeah.
I don't get that, because that also makes the casting people closed-minded. I don't know shit about making movies, but I don't like how that's very specific.
Yeah, I think casting actors, even if it's not for people of color, it's just always been like that.
Mm-hmm. Me and my sister, the other day, we were talking about how objectively beautiful, like very dark-skinned black people look. Because, like, they look almost angelic.
Yes.
It's really hard to explain.
Oh my gosh, so beautiful.
My sister's also, like, in love with any African accent. She just loves it. So, you've heard it here, folks. We're not racist.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But, straying away from that topic, the last movie I have to suggest, but don't really have a big opinion on, is Midnight in Paris. What movie critic has not seen this movie, besides Mason? I don't know. It's so good, and all my friends suggested it to me, and I fell in love with it. The soundtrack, the characters, Owen Wilson does a great job.
I mean, I know that I'll like it. I'm just lazy when people suggest stuff to me, and Nevaeh's the opposite, because I'll say, hey, you should watch this, and then the next day she's like, haha, look, I'm watching it. Like, I was like, hey, you should watch Fruits Basket and Hilda, and then the next day she's like, I'm on episode 2 of both. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And I suggested a fucking movie today, and we're watching it, or the other day, and we're watching it today. Interview with the Vampire, for those who want to know. And yes, we're dorks.
I almost watched that yesterday, and I was like, because I said to him, I was like, oh yeah, Mason wanted me to watch that movie, and I was like, no, we're watching it when we hang out. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I didn't hear about it until my friend told me about it. It's a really good movie. Don't want to spoil it because you're about to watch it. But yeah, that's it for my movie stuff. We talked for a little bit on that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey. Ooh. I hope that didn't pick that up. It's probably that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or looking at the noise thing or
sound waves. Pictures.
Yeah, and there was one big bump where I burped. Okay. So now it's time for my little thingy, and I'm gonna talk about books. So the last time we recorded a podcast, I was reading Les Miserables and
Les Miserables.
Miserables. I don't know. And I finished that in 17 days. Which is,
he's insane.
It's over 1,000 pages. I can't believe that I did that. That's what happens when you hyperfixate on weird shit.
Yeah.
And it was good. I gave it 4 stars, but I was mostly reading it for, like, the group of characters who mostly appear at, like, 500 pages into the book.
Yes.
And
then they die.
Yeah, and, like, all of them die. Wait, literally, I think all of them. Except one. And the one that I don't even really like.
Yeah.
I won't spoil who that is, but
what's a good story without good character deaths?
I could probably name a good few, but
I can't.
I don't like excessive character deaths, like the end of Harry Potter.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they just drop like flies.
Yeah,
Harry
I know.
Potter. It's so fucking dumb. It's unnecessary.
I know.
That's what it is.
It's like, why not let them live? Like, you like. Spoilers. Skip ahead a little bit, but like, why did they have to kill? Okay, so I get why you kill Fred, right? Because it's like that emotional impact, and everyone cries when Fred dies. Same with like Dobby. Like, fuck you if you didn't cry. Anyway, So the couple of deaths, or
But why Cedric?
Moody died for some reason. It's like,
why Cedric?
Well, Cedric, I get Cedric because he died. That was a turning point in the series.
True. I
So
just really like Robert Pattinson, so.
But mostly in the Deathly Hallows, even fucking Hedwig. Why the bird? What does that do?
Yeah.
I guess it's showing that it's war, but also why are there so many? Yeah, they didn't have to kill Lupin. They didn't have to do that. He's one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. So I hate J.K. Rowling just for that. Plus the transphobia and all that shit. But we're not here to talk about that.
I mean, I think they kind of added it to keep I don't know. I feel like I can't think. Series and movies and things like that kill off characters to kind of unify the quote unquote fandom. So people talk about it and it gets more popularity and people are like, that was insane! Because, I remember in The Walking Dead, it was with spoilers, but this happened a couple years ago, where Glenn died. And, I went to school next day and everyone was talking about it. And people were like, don't talk to me, Glenn died.
Oh, just how Han Solo died.
Yes.
After the... Spoilers. Sorry.
Yeah.
Came out in fucking 8th grade.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, and everyone was talking about it. And I'm so glad I saw it on opening night, because if I the next day at school, people were like, Han Solo died. Trying to spoil it for everyone.
Yes.
Oh, the same thing with Avengers.
Yes! Oh my
People were writing shit on the board. Someone,
oh my god.
And people
that was a big
Yeah.
fucking thing. But I saw it on opening night.
It was mostly for Infinity War. Not even Endgame, really. I saw some things for Endgame, but for after Infinity War, when it was basically all the fake deaths.
I'm not emotionally ready still to talk about Endgame or Infinity War. I'm sorry. It's been 2 years, but I literally can't talk about it.
2 years?
No, almost 2 years. And next April.
Holy shit.
This year it's 2021, but in 2020 it was 1 year. Oh my god, I can't even think about it. It was just so crazy. Just the time, I miss it so bad. But
yeah.
Anyways,
we started talking about movies again. What's wrong with us?
We did.
Okay, books. This is for the nerds out there. Anyway, for Christmas I got a bunch of Neil Gaiman books, and Neil Gaiman's my favorite author. And I read Ocean at the End of the Lane in 2 days, and it was amazing. I gave that shit 5 stars. It was like, how do I describe it? It was sort of kind of like Coraline, in a way where it's like a child, and it's you're reading a book through a child's eyes. Jesus, burpee today.
Because that Coke Zero, you have 8.
And, where the fuck you going?
I'm grabbing a charger.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if I sound like I'm far away. Wait. Do I sound like I'm far away?
I don't know. Only time will tell.
Editing Mason will let me know if I sound far away.
Editing Mason here. Yes, Nevea, you do. A little. Oh, yeah. So it's where it's through a child's perspective, but it's an adult book. And so it's really interesting because there are really adult-like themes and things that happen. But there's this childhood whimsy and the way Coraline is, and where it's it's really creepy, but it's also really interesting. I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but it was really good. Ocean at the End of the Lane.
Oh.
I think you'd like it because you liked Coraline.
Yes. I wonder if if it gains popularity, they'll probably make a movie about it.
Well, I hope so. It's been out for years, though.
Oh. Well, I mean, what year was Coraline written in?
Oh, was it the
80s?
80s or 90s or something?
Oh my gosh, look at that one. Oh, crap.
So, right now I'm reading American Gods because I also got that, and it's weird. I love Neil Gaiman's writing. That's a big reason why I like him so much. But it's really weird because it doesn't read like a Neil Gaiman book, and it was when he moved to America and did like he wrote only about the places he actually visited, and like all the locations are like real locations, and it's interesting, but I'm like just the content is really strange. I'm only like 30 pages in, but like I don't know. I think I was in over my head for that one. I like the whimsy stuff better. And last book thing I'll talk about is that I read The Cursed Child because I finished Harry Potter. I sadly didn't really get into reading as a kid that much, besides like the occasional like Roald Dahl book or something. But like, so I've been slowly reading Harry Potter, like picking one up every couple months, and I just finished it like in December.
Oh.
And then I read The Cursed Child. It was so bad.
Is it that last one that she wrote?
She didn't write it. No.
Oh. I think we talked about this.
There's like it's like it's a play, so it's not actually really a book.
Oh.
And it was like for Broadway or something.
Oh.
And so it's like it was written by like these two guys, and then she put her name on it as well. And so like when you look at the cover, you see her name and The Cursed Child in big letters, and then you see their names like underneath. So she's like, yeah, even though they wrote this, it's canon, but like there's so many contradictory things, and none of the characters act like themselves, like at all. The only good thing that the book had going was like the two characters that like Harry's son and Draco's son, and it's Harry's kid.
That has potential though.
Yeah, it had so much potential, and that's why it's such a big disappointment, because it starts off so good, and it's basically like the premise that I think that they really should have gone for, which they kind of leaned into, was like that Harry's kid, Albus, which I hate that they named him that, but Albus Potter, he's basically like struggling sort of like to live up to his dad's name, basically. Like he has a hunger to prove himself, but he's also...
But that's also how it was for Harry, too.
Well, not really. Well, not exactly, because... Well, for like the proving himself, yes, but like he also... Albus Potter, he resents his dad because he's like the famous Harry Potter. Everywhere they go, everyone's looking like, oh, look, it's Harry Potter. And so
I see that.
he gets, Albus gets a lot of unwanted attention, and then he gets sorted into Slytherin.
Oh, yeah, because I heard, I did Christmas trivia with my family, and one of the questions was like, what house did Harry Potter almost get sorted into? And I was like, Slytherin!
Yeah.
And I said, yeah.
It's because he had a part of Voldemort in him.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why he could also speak parcel tongue. So, yeah, it's like... And then his kid ended up in Slytherin. And that's where he and Malfoy's kid, Scorpius... And I love Scorpius. He's the best thing about the book.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, I like it too. Like, Scorpius Malfoy. Like, it makes sense for the character. Except he's like... This, like... He's just a doofus. He's like a dork. He not even in the way like Hermione is like a smart nerd. Mm-hmm. Like he's smart, but he's like also like a kid that you would expect. Like he totally has like, I don't know, ADHD or something. Like he blabs, and I don't know. He was the best thing about the book. That's why I kept reading it. And also they had a really cute friendship. But like you also follow the adults sometimes, and they were so boring, and they were so... like, Harry was such a shit dad, and... And the whole thing is, like, when you have, like, sequels like that, like, after a concluded series, and you're like, let's get some bonus content. Like, they...
It's like the part 2. It's like Lion King 2, The Little Mermaid 2, like that.
Some of those direct DVD sequels were good, though.
True.
Okay, just
True.
Like, some of the Lion King ones were good. And so was some of the Little Mermaid ones.
True, I did watch those.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was trying to say.
Cinderella 3, where he jumps out the window or whatever. That shit's so funny. Yeah. Prince Charming, he slaps. Anyway, but the whole book is about, like, it focuses on the plot that's already been concluded. It's basically like Voldemort can come back. That's the fucking plot. And it's like the Time Turners were all destroyed in the 5th book, but then somehow they get one, and it's never explained how or why. There ends up being 2. And so they basically go back in time and fuck with the past, and it's like not even in a good way.
Yeah, it just feels like pushed and rushed into the universe. It's just like, ooh,
Yeah.
more money.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's a new chance to. There's more.
There's more Voldemort.
There's more.
Y'all had no
You know?
clue. Yeah, it's stupid. Like, the best thing that they could have done would be to, like, Harry's kid and Draco's kid, like, I don't know, living their own fucking lives, like going the day by day of Hogwarts. And that's kind of what, actually, here's a little plug-in. Me and my, my friend Lizzie, wrote, or we're currently, like, making a comic. It's a really silly comic. We're basically like, what if a hyper-religious person went to Hogwarts? And so that's the premise. And it's like this, it's a day-by-day sort of thing. Like, there's no direct plot exactly, but there's a bunch of characters, and it's like, they're at Hogwarts, and it's cool.
It's very cute, and the style
yeah.
is... When I was reading it, I was like,
Link
oh my
in the
gosh.
description.
Yes, please read it. It's actually a good read.
We try to upload it every week, but also I'm lazy, so...
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of freaking work.
It does take a lot of time, but I'm glad you like it. Also,
of course,
all the main characters are Hufflepuffs and Ravenclaws because they didn't get enough attention in the original series. And also, I'm a Hufflepuff. And what's funny, all the Gryffindors are assholes, which I think is so fun. And the Slytherins, some of them are cool.
No, but going back to what you said, Ravenclaws and not Slytherins, but you say Ravenclaws and Hufflepuffs, right?
Hufflepuff.
Yeah. They got no recognition.
Mm-mm.
Like, I forgot that,
We only got Cedric, and then later Newt. That's it. That's the only the Hufflepuffs got. Ravenclaw got Luna, Cho. I mean, that's kind of it, really. I mean,
he really thought about it. Yeah,
one of the Patels.
Know.
I don't remember. Nah, but that's why my comic, like, the, like, one Gryffindor character we're having, like, he's just a dick. So,
nice.
Yeah. I think that's fun. Anyway, so yeah, I blabbed about that for way too long.
What? No, you didn't.
I gave it 2 stars, by the way. Cursed Child. Did not like that.
Nice. At least you're honest.
I don't rate things that low. Like, I can't, like, I don't like it. I feel mean. The only other thing that I've ever put that low was Kindred.
True. Yeah.
Didn't like that.
Yeah. Ugh.
Which sucks because she's, like, one of the, like, most, recognized, black authors from, like, the 70s or
just
something.
The writing style.
Yeah, it was the writing style. I just didn't like it. And also the story was weird. And it's a sci-fi, but she goes back in time for no reason. There's no science in it at all. It's more of like fantasy. It just felt weird. I think maybe I'll try another one of her books. Because I want to like her, because everyone likes her. I want to.
Yeah, I didn't fall in love with Kindred. It wasn't even the fact that we were forced to read it in school, because I really liked reading shit in school.
Yeah, Great Gatsby.
Yes, just all of the stories, because it was, I don't know, I guess it was fun. That as lame as that sounds, but Kindred, I was just like, no.
We bonded over not liking it. And then we both threw out our copies after we were done with it.
Yes.
We ripped it up.
Oh, yeah. How do you remember that? Oh, my God. I totally forgot about that. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, the one other friend that was, like, kind of in our little trio, Brittany, she did like it. Which is why we're not friends with her.
Yeah.
That bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it from me. So,
Okay. Well, now we kind of blab a little bit.
yeah.
We should talk about 2021 predictions.
Yes.
I feel like that's very relevant right
like,
now.
like predictions as in what will happen or
Yes.
goals or
everything. Just everything that comes to mind.
2021.
I just want to say I do not think that COVID-19 will be completely gone.
No.
I think by 2022 it will be.
I think that we're probably going to have complications with getting out, like, the vaccine or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, something will happen.
And it hasn't been approved for people under the age of 18 yet.
Weird.
So, even though, so we can take it because we're 18,
Yeah.
but I don't know how any of that works. Because I know politicians are getting it, and doctors and nurses are.
Yeah, we don't have COVID, but we could take it if we wanted.
Yeah.
I know that in the UK they already started giving them out, like in December or something. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of fed up about COVID though. I feel like that's like my whole life.
Yeah, I cannot wait for the day where we don't have to talk about it anymore.
Yes.
Like no more COVID-19 shit anywhere, and I'll be so happy.
Yeah, I like watching movies and shit, and like YouTube videos from like a year or a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of just like, wow, we all used to stand that close, and like just going out. Like I miss
not
people
wearing
watching,
masks,
and
bro.
yeah,
going shopping with not wearing masks, like going to like the grocery store and shit. Like I miss that shit.
Yeah, yep, I miss it too. I'm kind of starting to forget what life was like before COVID.
I cannot wait till we don't have to wear masks anymore, though.
I don't mind the masks, but
I do.
it's just
shit fogs my glasses.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want COVID anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Any other 2021 things?
I predict that Trump will continue having rallies despite losing.
Yeah,
and
true.
I think just to boost his ego, he'll still basically pretend that he's like still has some amount of power.
Yeah, I've seen the memes and stuff that people are making of like them having to drag Trump out of the White House. It's just so funny. He's like crying like a little baby, which I can totally 100% see.
I also predict he will try to get out of like the inauguration thing for Biden. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Oh, I think so. But when Biden goes into office, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to do a speech or something.
Yeah.
To basically pass the mantle. I wonder what the hell
he's gonna say.
Either I don't know. He might. I feel like he'll probably refuse to do it. He's a narcissist. Yeah. I feel like Biden will just have to go up there and basically be like, I'm here. Maybe Pence. Maybe he might. Yeah, maybe
because he has a little bit more ground. I mean, not ground, but
not
mental
morally.
Stability.
Yeah, mental stability.
But yeah, mental stability. He's not narcissistic.
I mean, both of them probably dropped on their heads as babies, but
true.
One of them turned out acts a little more sane, even though he is scary and he looks evil.
Yeah.
And he would probably kill both of us if he could.
Send us to camp.
He would send us to
get our brain zapped.
Mm-hmm. Everything zapped.
Yeah. Okay. Other than that, no.
What about goals?
Goals.
Do you have any goals for yourself? I have a goal. Yes. That we reach 7 subscribers. Can we do it? Can we do it?
7 subscribers, baby.
Clip subscribe. That's so stupid.
Please, we want an audience so badly. I want my voice to be heard.
Yeah, we want to talk loudly about Tom Hanks and books and stuff where all of you can hear because we're selfish and I heard a cat. Did you hear a cat? Oh no, I think it's just voices.
Yeah. What the heck?
We're currently dog sitting for my grandparents.
Yeah.
Sorry. Want to be in the podcast?
Come here.
I think she's tired.
Yeah. She's very tired. But yes, very nice doggy. We're watching right now. But goals. No, other than like medical goals, not really.
What's your medical goals? To not suck.
Yeah. I have type 1 diabetes, but I guess, get my A1C down so I can finally be eligible to get my license back.
Ooh,
I guess just live another fucking year. I barely survived last year, so.
I hope you live another fucking year.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, but I probably won't die. If you're watching this back and I do die, then you can sue my family. Okay?
No, I'll just, like, become part of your family.
Okay, replace me.
Yeah, I'll, like, yeah. I'll just fill that spot in. Yeah, no, nothing else for 2021. I honestly don't know what to expect. I feel like I'm just gonna give myself slack because we're in the middle of a pandemic. And we're never gonna be able to experience this for the rest of our lives. And I feel like, you know, since we're having a grace of, like, no pressure to constantly be evolving, I guess, and doing things, I'm gonna embrace it. Not be lazy, like, I'm still gonna go to school and stuff online. But, you know, people feel like, I don't know.
Just let yourself have a break.
Yeah, because we're never going to experience this ever again. And people feel like this is going to be forever because we're stuck in the middle of it. But it really isn't. Like, this is such a small fraction of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So I guess I don't have any huge goals for myself besides just go to college.
Yeah. I have a little less anxiety, like, about Zoom classes than I do about in-person. Like, I don't know, even though, like, I'm depressed, like, as far as, like, my anxiety goes, like, I feel better not having to go in.
Yeah.
So, even though I fucking hate Zoom classes and I wish they were, like, in person, there's still that added bonus. So.
Right.
And also the added bonus that I don't get sick and die.
Yep, I mean, yeah.
See how loud I can get it.
Ah!
They're gonna call the cops. Heard you yelling.
The dog just jumped up. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, we should probably say, after we record this podcast, we're going to be doing some gaming content.
Gaming.
Yeah,
oh my god.
we're
It's a
gamers.
gamer moment. Fuck yeah! What are we playing? What are we going to be playing, Mason?
So, we're going to be playing Roblox, obviously.
Oh, some of the best fucking games ever! I love Roblox.
Yes, we've been playing a lot on Discord, like, every other night. Just, like calling and then playing Roblox and talking and stuff.
No shame. I'm fucking addicted to Roblox, and I will not be hiding that fact. The scary games are actually scary.
They're actually good.
Like,
yeah.
why is that? It's so embarrassing to admit. But
She, like, screams. We both scream. I have a weird ass scream.
It's so funny. Oh my god. But, like, the scary games are actually scary. I don't know why. I don't think it depends on quality of game, like graphics and shit and sound. I think it just, you know.
I think music is a big part of it.
True, yeah.
And also, like, the default scary thing is actually kind of creepy.
Yeah. Anyways,
we're also going to be playing,
what's that game called? Night in the Woods?
Night in the Woods.
Yes.
So, and also, eventually, Franbo.
Yes.
We just need, like, a better PC for that, because Nevaeh's MacBook can't run it.
Yeah.
But, yes, so those games, are on the way. I've, like, I know the games, but Nevaeh doesn't, so there's that element of, I think I'll probably know what to do if we're stuck, to avoid being stuck for, like, 3 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and for boring content. But then also there's that surprise factor that since Nevaeh doesn't know, you guys will still be at least a little bit interested in, like, hearing her reactions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes, but for Roblox thing, that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be so good. I
Yeah.
love Roblox. Never disappoints me.
We could also do, like, Cards Against Humanity online, and also
Scribbly.io.
Scribbly.io, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just some simple games. Right now we don't have the best setup, I bought a mic, but I kind of bought the wrong one, so I'll have to return it. And I have like a shitty Dell PC that will probably run stuff better, so I have to get that set up. It's one of the old ones though. It's like
all of our setups are like ghetto. Like it's kind of hard to power through it. Like I have my MacBook Air, and we like found like it's crazy.
Just like the screen recording thing that's already built into it.
Yeah.
And also, her computer sounds like a fan right now.
Yeah, it does. Hopefully the audio recording doesn't pick it up.
Yeah, I hope not.
Wait, let's be quiet so I can see if it picks it up. A little bit.
Oh,
There's
boy,
a little bit of air.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I hope that's not distracting.
Yeah, wait, I'll see it again.
Would it go completely blank otherwise?
I think. I don't know.
Oh, well, that's awkward.
Anyways.
Segment time? We're running a little late. You know, it's 46.
Oh, shit, we are.
Okay. Segment time. Cue the music. Editing Mason. Okay.
Yeah.
So, this one is going to be very obvious. So,
okay.
If you're new here, the segment goes that I basically very, very broadly describe a movie plot to Nevaeh, and she has to guess what movie it is.
Yes.
Or show or book. It could be really anything. Anyway, this one's going to be so obvious.
Okay. I mean, watch me not get it.
Watch you get it. Anyway, okay. So, character A lives in a small town. Character A inherits property, jewelry, money, etc. Character A and B, A's best friend, as well as characters C and D from the small town as well, go off, leave the town to another place they were told to go. Once at this town, they task themselves with a few other characters, E, F, G, H, and I, to return something to its rightful place. They head out to this place and they lose F on the way. At the end, they're separated and I is killed. That's the plot. So there were a lot of things in between that I just skipped over because I feel like it would make it even more obvious. So it's very broad.
Mason, is it bad that I really have no idea?
Really? No, you know. I was just really broad. Like, there's no way you don't know, man.
So one of them owns a what shop?
No, not a shop, bro. He inherits, like, a property and, like, a bunch of shit. I wonder if anyone else could possibly get it. I might have been a little too broad, but I feel like if it was any more specific, you would have got it so easily.
It just sounded like they lost someone along the way. Like, what? It sounds like an expedition, and I thought of Lord of the Rings. And I was like, it is?
Yeah.
I was like, I want to say Lord of the Rings, but is that dumb?
No, it's not dumb. That's what it was, yeah. So, yeah, I was very broad. I was like, place. Some place. They were tasked to go. Yeah. It was Fellowship.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so I know over the past 2 episodes of the podcast, I've been weird about, like, my segment, but I kind of settled on one, but I feel like a lot of other podcasts do this, which is, like, Reddit threads.
Mm-hmm. We're just, experimenting,
yeah.
But Nevaeh seems to be pretty set on this one.
Yes. So. Yeah, so, I kind of found, this isn't a game, like, yours is, like, cool game show things, and I'm just, like, let's read a Reddit thread about kinks.
Well, I like it, it's interesting.
So I'm on Reddit, right? And then I just, like, I don't know, I'm just kind of, like, looking up Reddit threads, and I somehow, don't ask how, find this one. Oh, good, the things are thin.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
About kinks.
Yes, about kinks.
What was it? Looks up. Oh, if only I had my phone in front of me, in my hand.
I mean, if you want, you can take a guess about, like, they're not, I was gonna say they're not out of this world, but I feel like they're pretty out of this world.
I don't think I'd even be able to guess. I don't know
really?
Enough about kink culture.
It's not
besides
culture.
the kinks.
It's just like what people you would okay, I can't fucking talk. People who find non-sexual things sexy that you think they would find
There's one
sexy.
thing that's where people pee. Like, people like to be peed on.
Yeah,
that one's weird.
Like a piss kink or whatever.
Not to kink shame, but I'm kink shaming.
Yeah. Not to be mean, but I'm being mean. I don't know. That definitely wasn't a good description, but
just go for it. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Should have gathered them beforehand.
Okay, someone said giantness.
Oh, big peep. Like,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
A pretty diverse fetish. Oh, well, I mean, some people are talking about, like, you know, like Attack on Titan, the Titans, and other...
Broke my fucking neck.
Bless you. Some people are talking about, like, you know, very vivacious, curvy women, and other people are talking about, like, they're like, no, I mean, like, Attack on Titan Titans. Like, big-ass women, like, tall girls.
Yeah,
like, they want to be
people.
ants. Yes. There was a one where someone said, like, whenever I go to the dentist, I get turned on. Like, why? Like, I hate being there.
Oh, God.
Someone said, guys fucking inanimate objects, tables, couches, blenders.
Blender?
Um,
Holy shit.
I want to read these replies to see if people relate. No, these are just weird. Oh, someone said, I find this kind of like, it's...
Relatable? Is that the word you're
No, not relatable, not at all. Someone said, nothing is harder to me than a woman with skull face paint. And then this is where it gets weirder, because I instantly thought of Dia de los Muertos.
Are you even Mexican?
Dia de los Muertos.
No, if you weren't Mexican, you just say Day of the Dead.
Yeah, Day of the Dead. And he went on to say, well, it's Noah the Red. I don't know any girl's named Noah. Nothing harder to me than a woman with skull face paint. When I learned about Day of the Dead in Spanish class in middle school, it was a very odd day for me.
Oh my god.
That's
awkward. Imagine going to middle school.
I don't know. And someone commented, I effed a chick still in her Halloween Dia de los Muertos paint. And while I have no particular interest in it, I hope I've made you jealous. That one was weird. Someone said calcium fetish. What?
What? Like as in the element? Calcium?
Yeah.
That's
I
weird.
don't know. Back to the dentist thing, someone said they feel submissive. Of like, they like the submissive feeling of laying in the dentist chair, the feeling of gloved fingers and dental instruments in my mouth and on my gums,
Why
the
the
soothing
mouth,
smell of
though?
latex, and the piercing yet very satisfying sound of the dentist drill.
No, fuck the drill, bro. Fuck that.
Ew, he said, I first realized this when I was 10 years old and I got a cavity filled. The whole procedure was a breeze and I wasn't nervous at all. Somewhere in the middle of it all, I felt a really pleasant feeling down there. And pretty much since then, I've secretly loved going to the dentist. That's
secretly? Your doctors might notice.
Shaming. I'm glad he's not scared of the dentist because I hate the fucking dentist.
I don't hate it, but like when they whack out the drills and shit, I've broken a lot of brackets in my day.
Is she dreaming?
Yeah, they have nightmares. You should see the cats when they have nightmares. They're like,
oh my god,
like they like squeal and stuff.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, you can wake her up, wake her up from a bad nightmare, you know.
Wake up. Hi. You're okay. Oh, she's so cute. Okay. I feel like I cut you off. What were you saying? Anyway. Oh, that reminded me. I saw this. Okay, I'm obsessed with TikTok. Don't fucking yell at me. I'm 18 years old. Okay. Anyways.
Zoomer.
Yeah. I saw this TikTok, and it was this, I don't know if it was a dental student, but basically, you know, like when you press your tongue to the top of your mouth, and you feel those veins there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or not their veins. I don't know if they're veins. I've always assumed they were. But they say that when people can dentists can tell if you've done, like, oral... Oh, shit, my mom's calling me. Wait, no, pause. Okay, there's a little cut because my mom called. But anyways...
Make sure she's not smoking weed in a hotel.
I know. Anyways. Child. Okay. We were talking about dental fetish or whatever. But I saw this video.
TikTok.
Yeah, this TikTok. I don't know if it was like a dental student, but she was talking about how basically, like, you know, the veins, or I don't know if they're veins when you put your tongue at the top of your mouth or whatever. But she said that those turn black, like when you do a certain sucking motion.
I don't like that.
Not
visual.
turn black, but like they stay. I don't know if they stay like that. It wasn't said in the video, but like, you know, I'm sure when you do like a certain sucking motion. So basically, like a blowjob.
Oh.
And she was like, "We know your sex life when you're at the dentist. I mean, look at the top of your mouth, and I don't know if it looks a certain way." That just reminded me of that.
What if you just really passionately, like...
Suck a lollipop.
Yeah, or a... what's the word? What's it called? Popsicle.
Yeah, yes. Like, what if
what if I just had a popsicle before I go to the dentist? Are they like, haha...
Before I
gay.
go to the dentist. Ha, gay.
Gay. That's what they say in the staff room.
Oh gosh, wait. I think I lost the alt I was on.
Oh, dumbass.
But okay, there's this one who says, "I dated a girl who was really into being peed on. I had never done anything like that, but knowing how much it seriously meant to her was enough motivation for me to try it." Ew. Okay, I don't...
You'd have to take a fucking shower.
Yeah, I don't know. That's disgusting. I know there's poop fetishes, too.
Yeah, that one's so...
Like scat? Is that what it's called?
Oh, my God.
Scat?
I don't know the name, dude. Do you think I'm involved in this culture?
Yeah, why am I looking at you and asking you? I'm, like, looking towards me. I'm like,
Mason.
scat? But, no.
Do you know that one king?
Yeah, like, do you know that one kid? You know, right?
Yeah. Well,
oh, my God.
you probably tried it.
But I know that's a thing. Like, where people, like the release of pooping and they find it sexual. I don't know.
No, thanks.
But there's, but it's separate, because I know there's some people who just like that feeling, but then there's also people who like playing with their poop. And, like, rubbing it on themselves.
Sorry, but I'm not a degenerate monkey.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I know.
That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a
sarcasm.
Nazi.
Yeah. But you are.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. And then there's diaper kinks, which is I don't even want to talk about that. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
There's also. What else?
Did you ever hear that thing about the like? I don't know what post or like if it was in a video or something, but there was like this one thing where this guy was like, you know, hooking up with some girl, and she has a poop fetish or whatever, and without even asking him, like, she set up this whole like weird machine pipe thing that she shoved the tube up his ass and like drained the shit out. Yeah, like for real.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, that was kind of fucked up. And so afterwards, he was like,
God.
I contemplated my entire life, and he was like really fucked up by it, which makes sense because that was really fucked up.
Imagine just getting down and dirty with someone you just feel that go up your booty hole.
She
What?
really went down and dirty.
Oh my.
So
Dumb.
stupid.
Oh my God. That I haven't heard something like that, but I have heard stories where like guys will put. I've only heard it with men, where guys will put laxatives in girls' drinks, and then they go poop and they poop themselves, and like Oh no, I heard the story. I forgot where it was, like you just said. I think it was like on those Reddit raid YouTube videos. Like I'm addicted to those. But it was like this guy gave this girl laxatives because they were at his apartment or something, and he made her dinner. And then she, like, pooped herself, but for some reason the guy, I knew he was like, did you, like, poop yourself? And he's like, I don't know what he said, but she said, yeah. So he was like, you can take a shower and I'll wash your clothes. Turns out she walks out of the shower and he's like sniffing and like just going all in on her, on her poopy undies.
Ew. It's like the girl's right in front of you. Why are you sniffing her panties?
Well, not even that. It's just got these fucking shit in them.
Well,
and then you take a fucking shit. And then
there's shit.
Wait,
disgusting.
What's that video? Yeah. Why? Who won't flush the toilet after you take a fucking? No, it shouldn't say fucking. After you take a shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Classic.
Let me find some more. I kind of want to.
We just hit the hour mark.
Oh, we did. Nice. I think I'm done with kinks for today.
we've had enough really gross discoveries about people. Nice.
Yeah.
Not to kink shame, but we're kink shaming.
No. Like, I don't know how people develop those specific fetishes. Anyways.
It's because they're not fully evolved like us.
Yeah.
The humans were made to create podcasts, so we're fulfilling our destiny.
Yeah. But I mean, on a real note, I think it's just because you have, like, a weird childhood experience with that thing.
Isn't it something also with, like, your, like, I don't know. I think some of it's biological. I could be wrong.
Yes.
There's, like, some wiring in your brain.
Stop. I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember specifically.
Like, I remember learning about it, specifically with foot fetishes. I remember hearing about I don't know. Maybe we watched the same thing.
We definitely talked about this before. I just can't remember. Fuck, how kinks go back to something about your genes. I totally remember talking about this with you. Unless it was someone else.
I don't think it was on the podcast though.
No, definitely not on the podcast.
This is the most weird podcast we've probably had.
Yeah, only the third one in, so can't get much weirder than this.
Yeah, it's nowhere but up or down or side to side.
Are you awake? Sorry, she was shaking. But what else?
We're just sitting here recording podcast. She's seizing on the ground.
Yeah, like oh my god. No. But yeah. Oh, how long do we usually go for?
Usually an hour. Our last one was like an hour and 15. So if you want to keep talking, that's fine.
I mean, I could talk about my my COVID outpatient experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I went in outpatient.
She did do that.
Very interesting experience. For those of you who don't know what outpatient is, it's kind of just like the psych ward, but outpatient is like intensive care, but you don't live there. You just go there, visit there throughout the whole day, and you sleep at your house. Inpatient is like usually what the stereotype is, where you stay overnight and like what the movies are.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but inpatient isn't actually like the movies.
It sucks. Don't do it.
Yeah. Don't recommend it.
Don't recommend.
I have like a...
Don't snap.
Yeah, like 3 out of 10 on Yelp. Wasn't the best.
Is it out of 10 that's scoring?
Yeah.
I'd say like a 2.
Yeah, a 2.
Unless you go to like one that you can like get your own menu or whatever the fuck. Because food is the thing you look forward to most at those hospitals.
Yes. Unless you're there for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. For the wrong reasons.
Like, we have to have a content warning. We have I hate saying offensive jokes, because when those edgy people say, like, I have edgy jokes.
They'll say, like, and dark
like
humor.
Yeah, they'll say, like, the N-word.
We're not, dude, we're, like, hardcore leftists. Like, I'm this close to socialism, but we're not...
I just want to say that before we start talking about heavy-ass shit.
Like, all this stuff that we make jokes about, like... I don't know if it's clear or not, but there's sarcasm when we say shit like, crazy mentally ill.
Yeah.
It's because we're both mentally ill, so it's
Yeah.
fine. We can
Yeah.
make jokes about that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy people.
Yeah. Fucking have weird ass kinks too.
Okay. So yeah, I went to outpatient, but because of 2 reasons, it was 2 hours away, the program that I was supposed to go to, and COVID. So I basically had Zoom outpatient.
It's a really weird thing.
I never thought, when I was born, I never thought I would be attending Zoom outpatient classes. When COVID started, that's what I meant. I was like, who would think that you would go to, like, outpatient program over fucking Zoom?
Online, bro.
Yeah, it was...
Let me just FaceTime my group real quick.
I know, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I felt like talking about this. I mean, it went as expected, I guess. I woke up at, like, the ass crack of dawn, got on Zoom. You had to show your face.
What's the ass crack of dawn, like 9 a.m.?
To me.
I get it.
No, it was like 7, not ass crack of dawn. Some days it was like 6.
I like how we're just going with that word, like that phrasing, ass crack of dawn. You're just saying it so normally.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, you'd get up. Camera had to be on, which I fucking hated, because I like Zoom classes because you can, teachers never make cameras mandatory,
At COD.
Yes, at COD.
Oh, they do at Columbia, so. Oh, that's another thing we never mentioned. Nevaeh's coming to my school. Ha!
Yeah!
Yeah, so that's all I'll mention. And also, it's cool, so. Haha. Sucks.
Does Nate listen to our podcast?
Oh, yeah, I think he does. Hi, Nate!
Hi, Nate! Well, let's just not tell him about this and see if he listens and see if he texts us about it or something.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, Nate, our friend Nate also goes to Columbia, too. So... hopefully
see you there.
Yeah, we'll see him there. But yeah, we're all going to the same college. Anyways, forgot what I was gonna say about
outpatient.
Yes.
Cameras on.
Yeah. Yes. Cameras are on. It was like I think there was like up to 12 people in there, but it was like, I'm 18. I'm like freshly 18 at the time. Mm-hmm. Not at the time. This was like November, but. I just turned 18, but that means I classify as, like, adult outpatient.
Oh. No, don't, just keep talking. Just keep talking, it's fine.
He's, like, drawing or something. And I can't think. So, yeah, so basically there's, like, I'm the only teenager in this group, and then there's, like, a guy that joins, no hate towards these people, but there's, like, a guy who joins, and he's, like, 80, he's like has a long gray beard and he's balding and he has a bunch of wrinkles. He looks very, very old. And then there's like it's me and then people in their 30s, and then it just goes up from there.
Yeah, I guess it's because you're used to being around like people your age. That's weird that you're considered an adult, so now you're hanging out with like people who are like a generation or two older than you.
Yes. But it was weird because their problems were all very similar. I don't want to go into details about what their problems were because it's their privacy, but it was super just sad. Like, we gave each other advice, but it didn't feel like outpatient. Like, I thought it just felt like a ranting group.
John's wife left him, and...
Literally. That's what it was.
Really?
Yeah. There were also people who had lost children.
Oh, fuck. That's fucked.
Yeah.
And Nevaeh sat there like, I have diabetes.
Yeah. Yeah. It also wasn't relatable because, I don't know, I guess the reason why... A major factor to my own depression was, like, because I have a bunch of chronic illnesses that, I don't know, kind of make life ass sometimes. But everyone kind of could relate over, like... They talked about money and cars and paying for things, and I'm just like, yeah, adulting. I'm just sitting in my room with my mom's house, and I have like all these posters behind me. But it was interesting. It was like a schedule, but you would just join from Zoom class to Zoom class. But yeah, you know what? It stopped me from killing myself, so there's that.
Wow.
Yeah. And I also started antidepressants, which, holy shit, like, when were people gonna tell me that them bitches worked? Like, oh my god. Like,
Right.
yeah, is it a thing to be open about what medication you're on? Like, should I be...
No, you can.
Is that like a social construct?
What? What does that mean?
Like, there's social cues that I missed out on.
I don't think so. I think you can talk about whatever
Okay.
you want, like as long as you want to.
Okay, because I got put on... Well, can someone, like, scam me if I tell them? Okay, I got put on Wellbutrin, right? And I forgot what it's called. Boobipropion. And, oh my god. Like, I used to have a really bad appetite, and then... Like, I would eat everything in sight. That went away.
You really would eat everything inside.
Yes,
I remember.
I know. Fucking
in
badass.
high school, like...
Yes.
Like,
yes,
Nevaeh-
it was a problem. I don't know why.
Like, Belma would bring, like, one snack, and you'd be like, mine!
That's true. I was hungry all the fucking time.
Y'all would go in her drawers when there was a sub and get the candy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Belma,
Yeah.
if you're listening.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this to be like, oh my god, I'm, not...
No, Nevaeh is
Yeah.
very skinny. She just...
Yeah, so I don't know why, because I'd
Ate a
eat
lot.
all the time.
It's probably your, what's the word? The thing that makes you burn calories. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about?
No. Working out?
No. Yeah, the thing that makes you burn calories. What's that? Oh, yeah. Working out? No, the metabolism. You probably have a really high metabolism.
I also have Hashimoto's. But that...
What's that?
It's your problem with your thyroid.
Oh, is that... Does that mean that, like... Isn't that the thing where, like, girls can get really deep voices? Because they have thyroid deficiencies?
No, that's not the specific case. Or Hashimoto's hypothyroidism is like... What was it? Basically, where it just fluctuates, so your thyroid controls everything, like, to how much hair you have, what you sweat, like... I don't know if it's hair growth in places. It could be,
That
but...
sounds a lot like testosterone.
Really?
Yeah, like where your hair grows.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, admittedly, I did get a little mustache going when I didn't take care of myself.
Probably look pretty good, though.
I know. I really want a unibrow.
Probably look like Orion.
Yeah,
Your twin.
he has a little beard going on.
Really?
Not a beard, but like he has like Orion's my twin brother. He has like stuff going down his neck now.
Man's growing up. He getting a
yeah,
neck beard.
I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Like randomly, I'll just like be talking to him, and then he'll look up, and I'll be
There's
like,
like a little hair
damn.
sticking out.
Yeah, that's literally how it is. It's like a little pube just like sticking out of his chin.
Hey man, shave it.
Yeah, it's just. Oh, she got up. I hope that picked that up.
You gonna talk? Are you looking at us? Like... She nibbling.
She got
her leg.
mites.
Mites? I said
ticks.
mites instead of like fleas.
Yeah.
She got mites. I got mites.
She's eating them. Yeah, I got lice.
So what? What of it?
Oh, is she gonna do it?
Come on the podcast, bro.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
The harder we hit, she'll come over. It worked.
It worked.
Hi.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here, Kari.
Right here.
No.
She didn't want to jump over you. Shakari's like,
Come here. Oh, they're big. Oh, she.
this probably sounds weird without visuals.
You gonna say something?
Oh! Do you want to smell the mic?
Oh, she's so sweet.
So cute.
Well, I guess we should probably end this podcast.
I know, we talked for so long. Is there anything else you want to bring up?
Kinks are stupid. Don't be mentally ill if you can avoid it. And
Mason has lice.
I have lice. No, I have mites. I have mites. And Sakari is a dog, and she's great.
Oh! Do it! Oh!
Ow! You sound fucking stupid.
I feel like she's gonna do it. She keeps doing something with her mouth. She's a husky, a brown husky with two different colored eyes.
Mm-hmm. She's very pretty.
Mason's just hugging her. Okay, we're gonna record some
gameplay.
Gameplay.
Yo, epic gamer moment. Compilation 32.
It's an hour long.
But it's just Roblox.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh.
She spoke.
I hope we got that up. Okay, bye guys.